Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to take a couple of minutes and go over the answer key for the Unit 3 climate exam. The test is open right now, so if you want to watch this video, which isn't very long, and then go into Schoology and review your test with the correct answers, that's totally great. That window of opportunity is going to close, however, at the end of this class. Here is the answer key, and I'm just going to go through these questions relatively quickly. If you want to look through this video and then look through your test, and if you still have questions about some certain answers, shoot me an email, make me an appointment, and we can go over more specific questions that you might have. Now remember, these questions are not necessarily in the same order that your questions will be on the test. The questions on the test are randomized. So, number one, what contributes the most to putting carbon in the atmosphere? Burning fossil fuels. Number two, why do they spread uphill so easily? Wildfires. They heat the air above them gets warmer, it dries out the fuel that is above them on the hill, and then the fire can creep up the hill. In the thermosphere, this one was on the back of your energy budget. This was the diagram that we did. Those X-rays get absorbed, and those X-rays are carrying energy, and they get turned into heat. Number four, this was from the Science of Fires WebQuest 2116. This is a problem since fires need less than what is available to get us started. Number five, it's CO2 in the atmosphere and the temperature of the oceans. Those are directly linked. That's that famous graph from the Climate Forcings PowerPoint. The stratosphere has the ozone in it. That's what causes the temperature to increase. So number seven gave people some problems. It gave people some problems because, to be honest, they really weren't listening when we talked about this a lot. The Continental Divide, there's not a lot of combustible fuel up there, and there's not a lot of oxygen. However, in the fall of 2020, it did cause that fire to burn from Grand Lake in the west to Estes Park in the east, causing the East Troublesome to be a mega fire. Number eight was a big one. Okay, this was directly from your global energy budget diagram. The one that I think gave people a lot of trouble was number 9, energy reflected by the albedo effect. The albedo effect is anything that is light colored is going to reflect energy. Ice, mountaintops, glaciers, and clouds are white. So that answer would be 30. This which opens? No, carbon dioxide closes it. That's a false statement. Melting ice, mega wildfires, methane bubbling. Those are climate feedback loops, meaning one thing leads to another and it gets worse and worse and worse. Ice cores contain bubbles. H2O and CH4 are our main greenhouse gases, along with water vapor, but that wasn't a choice. The only natural predator of the Rocky Mountain pine beetle is a cold winter, which unfortunately we're not having a lot of recently. Too little greenhouse gas were Mars, too many were Venus. The sun blasts out heat infrared waves that warm our planet. Okay, technically that is false. However, I want to be clear, a lot of people get misconstrued on this one. This question I am eliminating. That was your 1-point curve. So the way that works is whether you got it right or whether you got it wrong, you got points for it. Okay, so everyone got a point for that one. Common form of carbon in the atmosphere. I think that was a repeat. That was carbon dioxide. My apologies. I think that was question. Maybe it was. No, maybe it wasn't a repeat. I think it might have been, and if not, you got it great. 17. Altitude increases. Temperature actually goes up and down. 18, the Earth does produce energy from the core. That is why on the energy budget, we have a number of 116 in the lower right-hand corner. Number 19 is false. Number 20, which factor does not affect climate change as wildfires rage? The ground warming up. The ground warming up plays no role in major climate change. The fires negate that. Fires are combustion reactions. Mega wildfires, this I know is a little bit of a repeat. That's a climate feedback loop. The pauses from top to bottom, tropopause, stratopause, mesopause, thermopause. Those are our boundaries that separate the layers of the atmosphere. That movie gave out a bunch of theories about why the PETM started warming the Earth 54 million years ago. Melting Arctic ice was not a reason. That was a cause. I'm sorry, that was an effect, but it was not a cause. It was an effect, but not a cause. Number 25 is yes or true. Number 26 is no or false. Number 27, which two factors didn't contribute to the carbon cycle before industry? That was deforestation and burning fossil fuels. 28, we did well on this one. Radio waves are our longest. Infrared are heat waves. Visible light waves are composed of different colors. UV rays penetrate your skin. X-rays check for cracks and bones, and gamma waves are their highest energy. The biggest carbon sink on the Earth is the ocean. It's not the atmosphere. A lot of people said it was the atmosphere. The atmosphere is considered part of Earth, but if everything's going well, the ocean actually can hold way more carbon than the atmosphere. And number 30, not man-made volcanic eruptions. Unlike the disaster movies we watched, we are not causing volcanic eruptions. Thank you for watching this. I encourage you to look at your test. Like I said, this video and the test will only be available during class time. But don't waste too much time on this, ladies and gentlemen, because you do have a Prezi on earthquakes and some guided notes for your classwork today, Monday. Have a wonderful rest of your day.